Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us as always is Seraphis, our level 33 Worgen Mage. Say g'day, Seraphis. Greetings to you as well, and of course if you joined us in the last episode, folks, you'll know that we made our way here to True Shot Point. That's right, we are now in True Shot Point in Stonetalon Mountains, a new zone for us, so we're very excited. And by the way, welcome to this World of Warcraft Let's Play episode. And you'll see here we've got Ashenvale up the top. Look at that, fully explored. We've been everywhere, man. Hang on, I'm not meant to sing, am I? That's right, Christina Brackens has issued an order that I'm not allowed to sing in episodes, so I better keep my mouth shut, hadn't I? Otherwise, I'll endure the wrath of Christina. Anyhow, we're not in DCU anymore, we're in WoW. And look at that, we've explored the entire zone of Ashenvale there. It's just fantastic. We've got ourselves another achievement for exploring it, and of course another achievement for doing all of the quests in that zone. And I'm very happy that we managed to do that. So now, of course, if we're counting off, we've done Gilneas, we've done Darkshore here, look at that, all opened up. And, of course, we've done Ashenvale. So, what's up next? Well, folks, it's the Stonetalon Mountains here. You can see we're slowly working our way down. We'll actually also probably end up going down to Desolace below us. And, of course, you may remember in the last episode I was telling you a bit about Desolace, how it used to be, well, it used to live up to its name. It used to be a barren, horrible, boring place, if you like. And apparently now the Cataclysm has made big changes in that zone. In fact, you can see here, if you're familiar with the old map of WoW, all this over here is different. You can see where the land has given way and there's water creeping into the zone. I'm thinking that with water in the zone, there's probably some vegetation that's popped up, but we'll have to wait and see until we get there. In the meantime, we're in Stonetalon, and again, a very large zone. Doesn't look very large on this map, but, you know, let's, for example, take a look at just this bit here. And if we get rid of the map, that's what we're looking at right there. So, you know, it's not small. I mean, it fades off into the distance. We can't actually see out beyond that line of trees there. And you'll notice that pretty much that's just over here. So, you know, it's huge, in other words. What we're looking at down there, or in fact that mountain there, I believe, is this range here. So even all of that is not the entire upper area of the zone. It goes well on beyond the other side of that mountain there. So you can imagine that's just here. Then we've got this midsection, and then we've got this bit over here to the west. In fact, there's a couple of little areas over there. You can also see we've got ourselves an archaeological dig site there, which is something we're going to have to investigate because, of course, we've been a little bit slack with our archaeology skill. We've only done it a couple of times in episodes, and we really need to start skilling that up, much like I was doing with my skinning. So, we'll get there one day, folks, because there's some really cool little toys you can get out of archaeology, so definitely don't want to let that one go. Anyhow, of course, what we need to do now is hand in a quest here. You might remember at the end of the last episode we got up to the top of this True Shot Point area where clearly we're going to have to be fighting some of these these Warsong Wind Riders up there. Probably shooting them with these cannons, I'd imagine. But in the meantime, let's talk to Kalen Trueshot and see what he's got to say. Alright, so he's saying, do ourselves a favour. He says, we use guns just fine, friend. Cannons, on the other hand, I take issue with. This is interesting. And look at that, we've got both Darnassus and Gnombus rep there, by the way. Only 10, but if you remember, we're getting very close to our Darnassus rep. We've got 20,016 rep, and we need 21,000. So here's hoping that that a lot of the quests here will actually give us lots of Darnassian rep, because we really, really, really want that tiger, the Night Elf tiger mount. Really do want that. I want to see what a Worgen looks like riding a Night Elf tiger mount. Okay, so here we go. The only way down is in a body bag is the name of this quest. That's interesting. The skies are swarming with heavily armoured orcs on the back of even more heavily armoured wind riders. Our best efforts to bring them down have thus far proven fruitless. Our arrows usually just bounce off those foul creatures. If we do happen to take one down, the orcs deploy their goblin parachutes and safely land on the ground below. Gosh, I wish I could speak this evening. Anyway, sorry about that. I need you to use the Gnombus Sniper Canons and blow up the Warsong Wind Riders and then blow up the parachuting orcs. Gosh, that's rough. So he not only wants us to knock them off their mount, but also take them out while they're floating down to the ground in a parachute. Now, here's a little bit of trivia for you folks. If this was World War One, now of course it's far from World War One, but if it was, if you were knocked out of your aeroplane, for example, if you were in the Air Force and you were floating down on your parachute, it was kind of like good manners back in those days not to actually shoot someone floating down on the parachute. Can you believe that? So, you know, it was like when there was a gentleman's war going on. So it's like, oh, okay, he's in my sights, but he's on a parachute, so no, he's off limits. And you wouldn't shoot them. Who would think it, eh? There you go. So obviously, Kalen Trueshot doesn't know about the gentleman's agreement for World War I terms and conditions of war. Anyway, there we go. We've got our quest objectives. Kill 8 Warsong War Commanders. Goodbye. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And you can see, yep, there we go. Those cannons have now become activated. You can see we've got ourselves a little use target icon when I hover over them there. There it is. So let's take our pick, shall we? Here's the cannonballs. Maybe we'll go for, I don't know, we'll go for a middle one and see what happens. Oh, okay, so we're straddling it up the top there, you can see, and we've got this ability. Here we go. Okay, it is called Sniper Shot, and it's got a 1,000 yard range, and it's an instant cast, and it's saying 1 shot on kill. Interesting. All right, well, I'm going to hold down right mouse button here, which is, by the way, how you move the target. If I move with the left mouse button, of course, it's just going to move our camera around. So I'm going to use the right mouse button with my right hand and then press number 1, of course, on my left hand. So let's see what happens. Oh, now can we get one of these guys here? Yes, we did. There we go. Warsong Wing Commander slain. So it hasn't got a very broad range, this thing. But you know what, the targets are quite easy to hit, and we seem to have quite a wide margin of error. And there you go, you can actually see the orc floating down the parachute. Oh, I feel terrible picking them off like that when they're so vulnerable. But hey, they are the ones that are invading, so you know, you get what you deserve, I guess. And again, great example of just something a little bit different in terms of questing. See if we can get that one there. Yep. Alright, so you really don't have to be too accurate. You see we're up to number 6 there of 8. Let's go way off and see what happens. Yeah, even then we still get it. So they obviously have quite a large splash range. I'd say splash zone rather, to the projectile on the end there. You can see they're doing about 12,500 damage. There we go. 8 out of 8. We are done. Let's just shoot some for the heck of it.
That's still recharging.
Huh.
Can't cast that yet. The spell isn't ready yet.
See if we can get a whole bunch of them floating to the ground just for the hell of it. Why not?
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
There we go. Alright, so that's it. We've had our fun. There we go. We eject ourselves from the cannon and speak to Kalen again. There we go. Excellent work, Seraphis. The gnome technology, whilst somewhat obnoxious, is highly effective. We should now have a clear path to Windshear hold. All right, there we go. And, oh, good. Look at that. We actually got 250 Darnassian rep there. This is looking good, folks, because, of course, basically we only needed about 4 of those. There you go. You can see we're 20,266. So as you can tell, if you're any good at maths, you only need 3 more of those 250 bearing quests there, and we'll get up to 21k in terms of our rep, which means we'll not only hit our first exalted rep in the game, but it'll be with Darnassus and we'll be able to get that mount. So, getting excited now. Okay, return to Stardust. Huntress Jalen will be pleased to know that the way to Windshear hold is now clear. Please return to Stardust. Oh, that's interesting. So we do have to go back to Ashenvale after all. Well, after all that song and dance I made about leaving it. Can you believe it, folks? Gosh. Please return to Stardust Fire and inform her of your success. She'll most assuredly have more work for you now that our path is clear. Thank you and good luck, friend. So return to Huntress Jalen at Stardust Spire in Ashenvale. Alright, well, we shall do as we're told, I guess. That's certainly not what I was expecting. Excuse me while I take a sip of tea and choke on it. Here we go. Alright, good old Melbourne tea, of course. If you watch our Guild Wars Let's Play series, you'll know all about Melbourne tea. Just ask Reggie about it. Okay, here we are back at the Stardust Spywall. Hi guys, I wasn't gone for that long. Yes, I've been to Stonetalon Mountains, but I am back. Alright, Huntress Jarlan, there we go. Return to Stardust. With the airways clear, our hippogriffs will be able to move into Stonetalon freely. Well done, Seraphis. Now on to more pressing matters. What you have witnessed at True Shot Point was a small sampling of the decimation left in the wake of Hellscream's legacy. Now, again folks, that name has come up a few times throughout our Let's Play. If you don't know who Grom Hellscream is, or in fact the new Hellscream, who is the leader of the Horde, you probably should go to somewhere like, I don't know, WoW Wiki is probably a good place to go. Just look that up, wowwiki.com, I think it is, or .net, probably .com, and check out who Hellscream is, because, yeah, a lot of people don't like the fact that he's now in charge of the Horde. I certainly don't. Oh, and there's the music. Yes, beautiful. Yes, he, of course, basically took over from Thrall as the leader of the Horde. So, there you go. As War Chief of the Horde, Hellscream has declared Kalimdor as the Horde's sovereign territory, which, of course, is a load of rubbish. All that would oppose the Horde are destroyed. So, we are Kalimdor's last line of defense. Should we fall, Kalimdor will also fall. The Horde must be stopped. So, there we go. What's this belt? Oh! Actually, that's a lot better than what we've got, which makes a change from what we've been getting recently, because, of course, we're super high level, really. That has 7 more armor and 2 more intellect than what we've got, so we'll absolutely take that. We only got 10 rep that time, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll come in soon enough. All right, so we equip our normal gear. We equip the belt. Save that. Yes, thank you very much. And you can see we've gone up to 2,406 mana there, which is great. Let's equip our fishing, which will swap out that belt, of course. Put the Stardust belt on, save that, and then go back to normal and equip it. Alright, so we've got ourselves a new quest now. Hellscream's Legacy. Enter Stonetalon Mountains through the Talondeep Pass. So the Talondeep Pass is this new area you can see behind me there. I think that's the area that they've carved out that used to be the cave. So he's saying, she's saying, go through there and head towards the smouldering trees. Now they'll be out on the other side. Seek out the Krom'gar Incinerators that is destroying the forest and slay as many as you can. Now be warned, the incinerators are powerful orcs. Attacking them through conventional means will likely result in your death. Destroy the oil canisters on their backs and they will be devoured by flame. That's an interesting mechanic, isn't it? It's kind of like, what's the game where you're, is it Left 4, no, not Left 4 Dead, not Bulletstorm, Borderlands, where if you shoot their sort of canister as they're running towards you, it douses them in flames and kills them. It's quite cool. Okay, so report to Sentinel Heliana at Windshear Mine should you succeed. She will have your new orders. Alright, so
Del
Nadris to you as well. Let's have a look on the old map and see what we've got going on now. Alright, so there we go. Hellscream's Legacy. Let's go actually into, the Stonetalon map, shall we? Here we are. We've got the Hero's Call down there. Oh, we've got a Hero's Call for Desolus as well. But here we go. This is where we want to go. Kill 10 of those Krom'gar Incinerators. And, of course, we must remember to shoot the barrels on their back. So, this will be fun. Now, we did have a look at Talondeep Pass a couple of episodes ago, but now, of course, we're going in for real. So, I'm suggesting that this really is the last time that we're going to be in Ashenvale for some time anyway. Probably won't come back here until we're very high level if we want to do some other stuff. But then again, we don't really have to come back for that either. As you can see, we've got our Ashenvale quests already done, so there's no need to come back for those. And, of course, we've already got our Explore Ashenvale quest achievement done. So there's probably no reason to come back as a high level, which is why you would normally come back, of course, if you missed out on those the first time you were here, or indeed if you leveled somewhere else. Because as we mentioned in a couple... Oh, he's one of our guys. As we mentioned in a couple of episodes, oh, hang on. What's this? Oh, I'm not sure. I thought they might have been mines that go off. interesting. Anyway, as our ambushes, of course, are also helping us out there. Alright, so here we go. We've got the Horde flag, and of course that's a great looking symbol, isn't it? I really do love the Horde symbol, and you know what? I'd love to have it on lots of things. For example, a friend of mine once had this Horde symbol on their trading card deck sleeves, which looked amazing, and then I went back to the shop to get them and they'd sold out. Couldn't believe it. I was devastated. I mean, it's much better than the Alliance symbol if you ask me anyway. Okay, what do we got here? Here's a Krom'gar Enforcer. And this is very interesting because, this is very interesting. I've just noticed something here. In fact, there is Taluka the Hunter. There's Sambonz the Incinerator. They are, I think they're going to be quest things. But these guys here, look at this. They actually are flagged for PvP. Now, this is very interesting. I'm not sure we're in the right area. Are we? We are in the right area. No, there we go. That's better. Okay, so this looks like it's actually a Horde outpost, because of course, there we go, a trader. There's Yaman! Yaman! There he is! Gosh, he's a famous World of Warcraft character. What's he doing out here? How cool! Okay, so this is actually a Horde outpost, so if we went in here, we'd get flagged for PvP if we attacked any of them. And of course, because this is a shared zone like Ashenvale, if you're a Horde player, this is, I'd say, where your outpost is, where your little base of operations is. Right, this is very cool. Look at their mining and destructive tools there. Alright, so we've got the Oil Canister as a separate target. That's really interesting, isn't it? Look at that. So we've got the mob that we can target. There's the Incinerator, and they're level 26 with 2.5k hit points. Yikes. But, we've got the Oil Canister there, which just has about 700. So let's see what happens if we incinerate that. Boy, it's taking a few hits. Whoa! Ah! Good lord! Okay, alright, so this is how it works. I dare say, if we actually tried to attack these guys directly, we would have all sorts of trouble. In other words, look how much hit points they have. Again, almost 2.5k. So that will take a long time, and I bet you they hit really hard as well. So what we want to do is definitely take out the canisters instead, and of course what that will do, taking them out instead rather, is kill them on our behalf, so we don't have to worry about chewing through all those hit points. Yo, jeez. Right, and of course it's always a bit of a pain having to move out of the way of area of effect or direct spells like that when you're a mage, because of course if you move, you know what happens, it interrupts your big casts. Now fortunately we do have a number of one-shots here that we can still cast while we're running around, and I think we're going to have to do that because it really does take a massive chunk off our health, those flamethrowers. So alright, there we go, the canister is targeted. Let's try this again. Of course, we really want to be using Frostbolt here because it will slow down their journey towards us. Let's move out of the way. Oh, look at that. We took care of him straight away. What I was going to do is move out of the way and then start using our instants, which of course you can use while you're moving because they are an instant cast. And gosh, this has changed. Unless I'm not in the area that I'm familiar with yet. Windshear Crag. I don't know, but it looks to me like this has definitely changed up. There used to be a whole bunch of stuff in here which I can't see anymore. Basically, it didn't used to be these guys, that's for sure. Used to be a whole bunch of goblins roaming around here. And they were kind of doing a whole deforestation thing. But it looks like they've kind of... Well, I mean, you can see there's a whole bunch of stumps around. I'm guessing that they've finished what they're doing and that they've shipped on out, I guess. Left these guys here? I have no idea. I was going to say, gosh, that oil canister is taking a while to die. Anyway, there we go, 5 out of 10. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can slow him down. Now, I'm going to use my Presence of Mind shortly, and we'll just recap exactly what that does in a sec. That was a good one. He didn't even come near us. Great. So remember, Presence of Mind, we got it a few episodes ago. When activated, your next mage spell with a casting time of less than 10 seconds becomes an instant cast spell. So what we'll do, if one of the Hordes starts running towards us too quickly, we'll activate that and use one of our big damage abilities. And instead of it having to do a big long cast, it'll be an instant spell. So we'll try out, see what happens here. Alright, so let's use it on this. There we go. So you can see we were actually able to use our big arcane blast there as an instant spell, and that's fantastic. But of course, the caveat is that it's got a 2-minute cooldown on it, because it is a very powerful buff that we can give ourselves. And of course, Blizzard don't want you spamming it. It would be a complete game breaker. And of course, that's the purpose of spell cooldowns, just period, is to bring about some kind of balance as well. Alright, so that's 7. No, that was, well, it's weird. That didn't count, that one. Alright, Warsong stockpile. Obviously, they're going to be used as part of a quest at some stage. Yeah, look, this area is definitely very different. I mean, you can still see some of the leftovers of the foresting operation going on, but there used to be all sorts of big crazy machines in here. And it was jam-packed with, like I say, goblins and, well, and some humans as well, to be honest. But that seems to have all changed now, so very interesting.
We need a target.
Alright, so we're up to 8 out of 10. Yep, there was a Wind Rider, Warsong Wind Rider over the top of us. So we're desperately trying to find some more of these guys. And I can't. Alright, so what we might do is mount up. That's a bit unusual, isn't it? Ah, there they go. Okay, they're over there. Alright, now we definitely don't want to target the actual guy himself. We want to absolutely target the oil canister on his back. Yes, ouch, it's time for a barbecue. It's a Seraphis barbecue. Alright, well, just one more to go. Let's target that canister again. There it is. See how far we can get away. Yep, quite away. Whoops. Go up there. Hopefully he doesn't walk out of range. And there we go, 10 out of 10, all done. Whoops, as another one comes close, let's get out of here. And you'll remember that our quest basically said we had to report back to Sentinel Helliana at Windshear Mine in the Stonetalon Mountains. So looks to me like we can probably follow this road for a little bit. Let's see where it leads us. Although that's not the road. Here's the road. There we go. And it looks like that's the mine over there too, by the way. Gosh, this really has changed up, you know, since I was here last. In fact, oh, hang on. Yeah, because this used to be all really heavy forest. And then over there, that looks familiar over there, actually. There we go, the Black Wolf River. That definitely brings back memories. Let's have a look at our map now as we start to open up Stonetalon. There we go. And you can see over here, there's Windshear Crag. It reckons that building brings back a lot of memories for me. We used to have to quest in and around there. And in fact, I think we still might be able to see some of the machines over there as well. So perhaps there's still some activity going on over there. We'll have to wait and see once we get there. So that's new. That's a new bridge. Alright, so where are we headed? We are headed straight towards that mine. That's where we need to go. Very unusual, unless this is phased out for some reason, that there's no mobs around here, because honestly, Stonetalon used to be swarming with mobs in this particular area. I don't know what they're doing. That's very bizarre. Look at that too. We've got to get ourselves a goblin balloon there. There we go, a hot air balloon. What are you doing?
I need to get closer.
He's come to get me. What the heck? Where did he come from? Well, it matters not anyway, because he is dead. There we go. And look at this. The realm will be coming down for scheduled maintenance. For more information, please visit our realm forums. And yes, I did know that was going to be coming down soon. Not just yet, though. We've still got a wee while to go. Alright, so here we go, the Windshear Mine, and it looks like, oh, look at this, Boog, Gear Whisper. I think Boog is who we rescued earlier.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
Off and away.
Up and away.
How may I help?
Alright, Hellscream's legacy. With the Krom'gar Incinerators dealt with, the forest may be allowed to regrow. Only time can heal the wounds left by the Horde. And in fact, it's interesting, isn't it, that it's kind of the same theme that we had over to the east of Ashenvale there, trying to protect the forest from the Horde's deforestation efforts. Interesting. Now, don't know if you noticed there, another 250 rep coming in. Look at that, we're at 20,526 out of 21,000. I'm getting very excited now because we're getting close. Oh boy. Alright, now, who do we have to speak to? That's interesting. We got any quests? No, we don't. What the?
Hello. Farewell.
Honored, I'm sure. Very
Now,
well.
unless something's gone horribly wrong with the game, because again, it's very unusual if you ask me that there's nobody floating around. We don't have another quest. That is the most bizarre thing ever. No, I don't believe that. Hang on a minute. What is going on? Right, maybe let's kill a Windshear Overseer here and just see what happens. Maybe, okay, so they're bringing stuff out of the mine there. Definitely coming out of the mine. Do we perhaps have to go in? I don't know, honestly, I can't see any quests. This is most bizarre, folks. Most bizarre. I'm thinking that something has gone wrong because I'd imagine that she probably has a quest for us, and I definitely can't see any more up on the minimap. Let's just knock off this guy and head inside the mine for a second, just in case we're missing something, which I honestly don't think we are. And it's not like we've got any connection issues or anything silly, because you can see we're fighting these mobs just fine. And by the way, if you have connection issues in WoW, the first thing that will happen is you won't be able to fight, so you'll know. Now also, by the way, look at that, we got ourselves a nice little pattern there, some Phoenix pants there if you're a tailor, so we'll absolutely be able to sell them on the AH. Alright, so we can do some mining here. Some tin, that's always handy. Oh, we got ourselves an Overseer.
It's still recharging. I don't have a target.
Well, there's definitely some weird things going on, there's no doubt about that. That was our wand, yes. I hit the wrong button. Mind you, the wand still took a fair chunk out of his health. Right, let's see if we can now get this tin vein. Move this rock heavy. Yeah, it's interesting that they don't aggro on us as well, by the way. Alright, so, yeah, look, what I'll do is, I don't know what we'll do. We'll look this particular one up on probably Wowhead and see if anyone's reporting any bugs, because that is most unusual if you ask me. Anyway, that's it anyhow. We've basically run out of time, so there we go. Very interesting end to that episode. Hopefully we'll be able to pick it up. Hopefully it's not fully bugged. Absolutely no other quests around here apart from, of course, our heroes' calls down in Desolus, and in terms of the Barrens as well, down at the Southern Barrens there. So yeah, interesting one indeed. Anyhow, folks, certainly hope you enjoyed that episode, our first foray into Stonetalon Mountains, although, like I say, seems very barren and desolate to me. There should be a whole bunch more mobs wandering around, if you ask me, if something weird's going on. So we shall investigate that and find out. So make sure to join us in the next episode and we'll see what's happened. Until then, of course, this is me, Sambo, and Seraphis, our wonderful 33 Worgen Mage, saying take care. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. We'll see you next time, and bye-bye.